Hey, what's up? I said I wanted to do no live today. But after that conversation, I'm telling you, I gotta see. And I'm eager to see. I'm eager to see if people really think that way. Like, I still think I'm kind of young. I still think I'm at that point where I got some time left as far as getting married and building a family and all of that. But I'm eager to see if people really think like this. I'll give it a second. I was actually working, right? So I was having a conference call meeting with a group of, well, not really a group, but with some clients that I'm doing some work for, and with. And of course, the conversation was over, and the conversation got to relationships. And one of the girls said, she was I guess the lead in the conversation for the other girls. One of the girls said, I asked God for a strong black man who is a leader, but he can't tell me what to do. I asked God for a strong black man who's a leader. Now, I posted this in the status, and I said, I'm going to take it down because I want to talk. I want people to hear me. So there's no misinterpretation of anything that I'm writing or even saying. I want a strong black man who's a leader, but he can't tell me what to do. Like, I've never heard such conviction said in a statement before, ever. Not when it comes to a dating conversation. How in the world can you say with conviction, God bless me with a strong black man who can lead me, but he can't tell me what to do? That doesn't make sense, because basically what you're saying is, you can lead me or try to, but I ain't gonna follow you because I don't gotta do that if I don't want to. You already are going into a situation where you're not willing to listen to direction. Okay, yeah, I already got it. You ain't gonna be bossing me around where your boss do at work for pennies. Some of y'all get up in the morning and rush away from your family to a man or woman that really don't give that much of a damn about you other than do this work and get a check. And you leave your husband to fend for itself. You leave your children to get on the bus by themselves. I'm going somewhere. You leave all of your responsibility behind to go be around folks who don't care nothing about what your real life is like. You're just a clock in, get a check, go home. But you let this person on this job tell you anything, make you do anything, and I'll say, you know what, can you stay a little later? Here you are, done left your family early, rushing. But then they come to you at the end of the day. Can you stay a little later because we got a deadline to meet? And you don't even call home to ask or check. You call home to tell, hey, baby, the boss said, listen, this is me. 5'6", 125 pounds. It ain't happening in my household. I don't give a damn who your boss is. The truth is, your boss care about your well-being to keep the business running or keep the job going. Me, I'm caring about your well-being so that your health is intact. If I die, you have a not just a great funeral to go be a part of, but a life insurance check, businesses that you can inherit and grow from, children that are well-mannered, children that are well-taught, children that have stability. See, you got to learn how to separate leadership, whether it be outside of the home and in the home. You can't say, bless me with Lloyd, but I ain't gonna listen to nothing that brother say. I ain't gonna support nothing that brother do. I ain't gonna be his helpmate, his helpmate, and his heartmate. We gonna just dress nice and look good and ride in the car to church. We're gonna just come together to go to the all-white party. That's why we're gonna get together. We're gonna get together to be able to go around our family and lie at Thanksgiving and Christmas. I ain't got to listen to you, but I'm gonna marry you. See, I say this all the time. I ain't building no debate team. So I ain't getting with nobody to argue all day and all night about nothing. Right? That's not me. It's not what I'm doing. What I'm trying to build is an empire. And it takes a leader to do amazing things. You can believe whatever story you want to. It takes a determined, strong-minded individual to go beyond the norm. Hell, you don't need no leader to go get a degree and get a job and die broke like our ancestors have. You don't need no leader to do that. You can do that by yourself. It takes a leader to say, you know what? That's a big seat, but I'm going to be my family Moses and listen to the voice a vision God gave me and open the seat. It takes a leader to do that. Your boss, your family, your brother, your cousins, your friends, that's not what their charge is as a man. So obviously you're going to get along with somebody who don't tell you anything outside of your comfort zone to do than you are with somebody that's going to say, let's go beyond our comfort zone. Let's go beyond what the norm is. Let's go beyond ordinary. On the front of ordinary, if you want to be great, you got to put an extra in front of it. Extraordinary. And to be extraordinary, you got to have heart. You got to have direction. You got to have leadership. You got to have somebody with a vision. Listen, men with vision go through a hell of a lot before they get to the point of success. Because you're going to get halfway there and get discouraged. I get discouraged all the time. But you know who picked me back up? And I ain't going to get deep. I hate deep folks. Yeah, God does it. But it's people that I'm connected to that believe in me. Because God don't call my phone. God don't text me. God gives me signs and feelings and thoughts. But it's people that you can call and they encourage you, that you can text and they motivate and they push you. And who better is that person than who you're dating, who you're mating with, or who you're married to? I want a strong leader, but he can't tell me what to do. Well, the truth is, you don't want me. You're not going to call me when the children doing bad in school because you want a male figure there to be a disciplinarian. But you ain't going to support the man when he's running the house to keep the school from calling you. That's why the school is calling you, because y'all not on the same page. Somebody got to be a leader. Somebody got to get... When you go to work in the morning, I'm using this because it makes so much sense, and it's a good analogy for what my point is. When you go to work in the morning, you don't do anything but what you're told to do. You don't do anything but what you're told to do. You do everything that somebody else tell you to do with no problem. You get there on time. You take your hour perfectly. You watching the clock. I got 52 minutes. All right, let me run and get something. Shoot, I'm going to be late. I got 37 minutes. You watching the clock the whole time so you don't get back and get chastised by a boss. You don't say things that you really want to say because you're afraid of being fired or let go by the boss. You don't make moves the way you want to make moves on the job or do what you know is in the best interest of what you got going on, because there's a curriculum in place that you must go by, whether you're a teacher or whether you work in the IT department at whatever your employment, a place of employment is. But you go by a protocol. And that job has been around before you got there, and it's going to be around when you leave. Whether you leave, they fire you, or you retire. That place is going to be around when you leave. What am I saying? They made a success out of that business by following protocol. It's a chain of command. It's a chain of command. They made a success out of that business by following protocol. So how in the hell do you think you can have a successful relationship out of order? Tell me how you can, as a woman. Now, you don't got to like what I'm saying. That's fine. I'm guessing you single or unhappy if you out of order. You don't got to tell me. That's your life. But you can't do things out of decency and out of order and expect for it to be successful, or let me go Christian for some of y'all, for it to be blessed. You can be mouthy all you want to, but the truth is, either you're going to have a relationship for a short time or you're not going to have one at all. There's a protocol to being successful in anything that you do. There's a protocol to being great in anything that you do. I'm not here just to be no father in no household of children and lead the children to greatness, honey. No, I'm leading all of us to greatness. So if I had to bear the burden of struggle, bear the burden of disappointment, bear the burden of failure, guess whose shoulders it's going to fall on? Because damn if you going to let it fall on yours if things don't go right. So being that I already know that, I just well call the shots. We can talk about it, but the burden of proof going to fall on the man. You can't say, give me a strong leader if you want to lead. Stay by yourself. You can't say, give me a strong leader, God, if you're going to argue with the man about every point he's trying to make. You can't tell, give me a strong leader, God. See, a leader just don't only tell. A leader kind of delegates as well. Like, I already know. I know how to make money, but I ain't the best at saving money. So you know what I asked God for? A woman that knows how to handle money. Because I'm going to delegate that to the best person in the house that can do that. You know what else I asked God for? A good cook, because I can't cook. So you know who I'm going to delegate that to? Now I can buy the hell out of some groceries. I can swipe my card. I can research and find the deals. But I can't come home and burn it. And my family have a good meal based on my cooking. So I asked God for that. There are certain things in the household that you have to delegate, and a good leader knows great delegation. A leader is a responsible brother. Don't come in here talking about all this God stuff, because I ain't trying to hear it. If it was all God, then the divorce ratio in the church house wouldn't be so high. Don't come up here talking to me about all that. I don't want to hear all that. Because that's logical in the spiritual realm, but irrational in the natural realm. And you don't get married in the spiritual realm. You're married naturally. You're married earthly. If you want to wait till you go to heaven and let God be the officiator of your wedding, then you wait till that, because that's how you're going to have a spiritual wedding. But in the natural, you got to think logical. You got to think with some sense. You got to think with some sense, man. There's a whole bunch of things I know I can't do that I pray God is going to bless me with a woman that can come and do, and not only do, but do well. If you want to do what you want to do, then you don't need to open your legs and have no children. And you don't need to extend your hand and let a man put a ring on your ring finger. You need to stay by yourself. Because strong brothers with direction, strong brothers with a vision ain't marrying you. And if he mess up and do, he won't be married to you long. Believe whatever story you want to. You want a baller? Support a man until he gets to the balling status. I ain't talking about supporting him with your money, because a man that's grinding ain't necessarily worrying about your money, but your support. And if he needs your money, if you believe in him, you better lay some on the investment table, because you're going to spend the empire greatness too. You're going to swipe the card the same way he do when he make it to the greatness point. So don't come in saying what you ain't going to do. You need to come in knowing what you can do to contribute to what's being done. That's just the bottom line. Listen, let me help you young ladies out that's young and dumb, because I'm calling you young and dumb right now. You feel whatever way you want to feel is fact. If you think you gonna meet a brother climbing the ladder and he gonna give you a free ad ride to the top, you fooling yourself. Guess what we're gonna do? Have sex with you, talk to you a few times on the phone, text you from time to time, make you feel good in the moment, and leave you when it's time to go do great shit. That's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna marry you. Believe whatever story you want to. Believe whatever love and hip hop episode you want to. Go thinking you're going to find the Gucci man all you want to. And you're going to be whoever the girl is. I don't know the girl he just proposed. If you think that dream going to happen for you, keep on leaning on it. A lot of y'all trying right now, you on the system. The system has become your rapper. Because the person you depended on thinking you were going to get out the hood with done walked away from you and left you with 2 or 3 babies. You cute though. Just like you want somebody great. You want somebody to give you a hand up, not a hand out. Guess what? Great men want somebody that can help them as well. Great men want somebody that can contribute to their success, not just take away. Leaders lead, followers follow. Leaders lead, followers follow. It takes a hell of a lot of guts to go beyond normal. It takes a hell of a lot of patience. It takes a hell of a lot of sacrifice. It takes a hell of a lot of motivation from yourself. I motivate myself every day. I don't depend on nobody to pick me up or nobody to drag me down. I'm always even keeled. Somebody told me the other day, I was home for Thanksgiving, and I found out I was arrogant for the first time. And I actually kind of liked it. You know why? Because arrogance to me Says, I'm confident in who I am. I don't got to worry about what you think. Now, your definition of arrogant may be different from what I'm getting ready to talk about. But I'm confident. I believe in me. I don't need nobody to pick me up. I don't need nobody to encourage me on no day. I don't need nobody to make me feel no kind of way. When I get up in the morning, I feel every kind of way I need to feel to go out here and get it. I get in the mirror sometimes and literally clap for myself. I'm proud of you, boy. Let's go. I'm proud of you, boy. It could be the other way. And I know that about my life. It's 50-50 with all of us. You can win or you can lose every day. You can succeed or you can fail every day. When I look in the mirror, I see I'm still here. I got the activity of my limbs. I'm in my right mind. I don't do drugs. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have 10 kids running around here. I ain't in nobody's child support court. I don't got no charges. I ain't got no warrants. I don't owe nobody nothing. I ain't got a whole lot of debt. Boy, you're doing good. You're doing good. And when you're in a position of being able to help yourself, then you can help somebody else. That's leadership. Now, how many women wouldn't follow somebody who's leading them somewhere, and can help them get from the nowhere that they are? I don't want no strong man. He ain't going to tell me what to do. Well, I already know what your life like when you say that. I already know how you're going to be like. You won't be in my house arguing about nothing. You got to go. You won't be in my life carrying on about pettiness and nonsense. You got to go. You won't be in my life doing anything that pulls me away from everything that I'm chasing after. And that's greatness. And somebody say, what's greatness? It's a shame that most of us don't even know what our purpose is at knocking on 40, knocking on 30. I don't know. My niece wants to be a nurse's assistant. Well, that's what she said. She's only 8. And I pulled her to the side. And I said, Riri, listen. I'm sure you've seen that somewhere, but Uncle Lloyd can't let you stay there in mentality. Let me show you what that is on the totem pole in the medical field. And I showed her, and you know what she said? I don't want to be that no more, Uncle Lloyd. Let me explain. This was just this weekend. Let me explain to you why I did that to her. It had to be somebody that she trusts to show her where she was at that moment at 8 years old, that wasn't the top tier of the field she was interested in. Some of us are 25, 26, 27 and have never had leadership. He can't tell me what to do. I just told my 8-year-old niece what to do. Her mind changed instantly because it was somebody that she loved and trusts, leading her in the right direction. I didn't say, don't be in the medical field. I just said, let me show you how low that is on the totem pole, baby. And we Suttons, we don't settle for that. We don't worry about what people say. We just chase it. And eventually it'll happen. But baby, a nurse's assistant is here. An admin at a hospital is there. I ain't stopping at being a doctor. Why can't she run the hospital? And then if she wants to be greater than that, invest in a hospital. You know how much money is in the medical? That's $1 billion on top of $1 billion industry. See, my point for even saying that is, we all need some kind of leadership. But in relationships, don't just date a guy because he cool. Don't just date a guy because he got a nice car. Don't just date a guy because he go to my church. Because I know a whole bunch of guys in church that can't lead nobody nowhere. Don't just date a girl because she got a big ass, because she cute, because somebody told you she come from a line of good people. That's all cool. It's all good stuff to think about and consider. But you better learn that you need leadership as a woman. You need a strong brother, white or black, whoever he is. Just make sure he's strong and he has a vision. And who wouldn't listen to? You think Donald Trump's children care about where they work and they are multimillionaires? You think they care? We ain't following our daddy. You know why they followed the man? Because the man had a vision. They learned to love whatever the family profession was. The man had a vision. If we might not like it because we've been told not to like the man. Because you ain't done no research. We don't do research on that. We just don't like people just because somebody tell us not to like them. We start spreading rumors and lies. We don't know if it's truth or not. And I ain't talking about him. I'm just talking about in our everyday life. You don't form an opinion about somebody you don't even know. instead of doing your own research and finding out who and what God has for you. Most of y'all done miss your blessing for a man because you don't listen to your friend. Most of y'all, your husband done got off and married somebody else, and he slipped past you because you in the gossip circle. You ain't doing real research. You ain't trying to learn people for yourself. You in the gossip circle and you love it. But you in the gossip circle in the daytime. At nighttime, you're alone in that cold bed by yourself. You struggling to take care of them children by yourself with the $2 or $3 that the government gives you. You waiting at the first of the month for that EBT card because you listening to the circle of friends. Y'all just gossiping, having a good ass time. And if you look at all y'all, if you got a husband, you got a half of one. But it ain't nobody taking y'all beyond the norm because he can't tell you what to do. There's going to come a time in your life, man, when you're going to have to stand up for you. You're going to have to stand up for you. Not other people, and not other people standing in practice. You're going to have to stand up for you. And know that every decision you make, you have to deal with the consequences just the same. Every decision you make, you got to deal with the consequences just the same. If I was a woman, I dare not date a man that didn't have a vision and wasn't a strong leader. Now, I might not like everything he say, but if I'm trusting him with my life, if I'm giving him my body, if I'm servicing him, whether it's cooking in the kitchen, washing his clothes, giving him sex, mothering, it's crazy that y'all will have man-child before you would even follow him via leadership. That don't make no sense. You'll lay down and let a man put his nasty private parts in you, but you won't listen to what he got to say. Yeah, you can have sex with me, but I ain't going to listen to you. Yeah, I give you oral sex, but I ain't going to listen to you. The thinking on that is completely backwards. Now, I ain't going so far to say don't have sex before marriage. You want somebody to tell you that? There's a whole lot of priests up here that tell you that. That ain't what I'm telling you. I'm talking leadership. Now, they'll intertwine it. That's them. Go find out what they got to say. That ain't what I'm here to talk about. My point is, research, study, learn people for yourself. See where they're going. Look at their family. Look at their friendship circle. That'll pretty much give you an idea what you got right off the bat. That'll pretty much give you a good damn idea what you got right off the bat. I dare not get in another relationship that I'm 37 years old. I done dated for fun enough. I done dated for sex enough. I done dated because she was cute enough. I done dated because she was in this group or she was in this college. I don't give a damn about none of that at 37 years old. Don't matter to me. You know what matters now? A great life partner. A great teammate, somebody who's like-minded like myself. See, I'm an entrepreneur. And the truth is, it takes a certain kind of mindset to be an entrepreneur. The truth is, it takes a certain kind of heart to go out here and get it every morning. The truth is, it takes a certain kind of person to date me. I'm not perfect, but I don't want regular. I don't want normal. I don't care how big your ass is, and I don't care how long your hair is. Don't matter to me. I'm trying to build something great. So it takes a great person to connect with me, to push me when I ain't at my best, when I ain't thinking totally rational, when I'm worried, when I'm nervous, when I'm not really inspired for the day. See, I ain't petty. I don't like to argue. I don't like to fuss. I don't like to disagree. I don't like confusion. I don't like none of it. So when I sense it, I leave. Call me a runner. Well, yeah, I missed the run with it. That's part of running with it. I can't wallow in mess. I got short time out here. My son too. He's a living being now. Every time I go to visit, he's learning something new. So I got short time. I got a finish line I'm trying to get to before I'm old and gray and can't do this anymore. When nightfall, no man can work. So while it's day, I need a partner that's going to push me to better, listen to me, but also rationalize my thoughts too. You got to jump off no roof. That's ignorant. If you're going to date somebody that's going to tell you to jump off the damn roof, that's your fault for even getting involved with them. So all this, I got to be able to lead. Why would you even date somebody that can't lead you? That's when you got to start dating with purpose. And you know how they say with these liquor commercials, drink responsibly? Well, most of us need to start dating responsibly. The next date I go, I'm carrying the mama out too. Hey, get your mama. We both going to sit down and have a conversation. Get your daddy. He can come too. I ain't scared of nobody. Daddy, I was raised by a man. I'm all man. Put your last, I'm all man. I ain't got to stick my chest out neither. I'm just smart, I'm intelligent, and I know what I want. It don't matter who your daddy is. Your daddy ain't in the house paying the mortgage. I'm paying it. Your mom ain't in the house paying the mortgage. I'm paying it. And truth is, your parents may leave you something, but they ain't going to leave you as much as your mate will if your mate has a vision. So I ain't worrying about really what they think. I want to see who they are, what they are, and how you were raised. Because that's going to tell me what I got right then. If I see your mama arguing with your daddy all the time, you know what you going to think is all right most of the time? The same bullshit. If I see your mama making your daddy get up and fix his plate, yep, I like for a woman to fix my plate. It is what it is. If I bought it, I brought it in the house, I'm the provider, I'm paying the mortgage, fixing the plate ain't that hard. Y'all young girls can do whatever y'all want to do, which is the reason why you don't have what it is you want, and that's a husband. Because you got all these what you ain't gonna do, and they ain't never sat down and wrote what you need to do to have a man and keep a man. Believe whatever reality show you want to, believe whatever rapper you want to, listen to all the K. Michelle songs, listen to all the Mary J songs, talk about how great Beyonce is, pay attention to that bullshit all you want to. It's probably a reason why your thinking is stinking like it is right now, because you're taking in all filth. You're taking in all filth, and you have not even met a person that was capable of leading you because they told you what to be attracted to by what they put in you. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm grown. I don't care about no beehive and all that shit. When I log off, I'm going to enjoy my life. Fact is fact. You got to be taught how to be a great leader. Just like you got to be taught how to be a great leader, you got to be taught how to be a submissive follower. You got to be taught how to do that. I look at my sisters, man. And I was at my sister's house this weekend because my nephews fight over who house I'm going to stay. Not really fight, but they always, Uncle Lord going to stay with us this time. They always do that. So I stayed with my sister neighbor, and I watched and observed how she treats her husband. And I got a whole new respect. When you're in somebody's home, that's the real deal. When they outside, everybody putting on. And I said, man, they got mama all in them. My parents been married 40, 50 years almost. Has it been perfect? No. What relationship have you been in that's perfect? My point ain't that. My point is she taught her girls how to be not only women, but wives. You got to be taught how to be a wife. You got to be taught how to nurture a man. You got to be taught how to keep his attention. You got to be taught what to say. When I see some of this stuff online, I see young girls saying all this stuff and what they gonna do to a man and how they gonna sex a man and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I would be able to access my mother's past? Would I even have the same respect for my mama as I have right now? I'm going a different place here, and then I'm coming back home. Y'all got to be careful about the information you give out on these Facebooks, these Instagrams, these Twitters. Stop sharing disrespect. You might not have even said to me, but if you repost it or share it, then it represents you. A good man ain't buying that shit. Believe whatever you want to. A man looking for a wife ain't looking for you. A man wanting a helpmate won't need your help. It's called privation. A private life is private for a reason. Your sexual business is private for. Now, I'm nasty as don't know what. I love a sexual woman, but I'm not going to talk about it openly and in the public and on social media. You don't need to know what I do in my bedroom. If I'm having a private conversation with you, that's different. I hear people say, it's just Facebook. It ain't real. It's realer than you think. If you say it, then the perception is that's what you mean. So it'll turn a guy like me off. You might not want me, that's fine. But it'll turn the guy that you might want off because you're giving out too much of you. And if you're giving all of us you, what do you have for him? If you're telling us all your innermost secrets, why the hell he got to marry you and have a private life with you for? It's public. We all know that you like sucking dick. We all know that you want to be with a woman. We all know all your business if you don't have a sense of privation. Your private life is private for a reason. Keep it private. Create some value in yourself. Don't tell all your business. If I'm watching you miserably break up with the guy you just left, what the hell you think you gonna do if we break up? Blast me too. Tell all my business too. That ain't what relationships are about, guys. That ain't what it's about. Leaders lead. So you need somebody in your life not only telling you cute, but telling you, baby, that ain't it. I wouldn't say that, boo. Babe, you need to stay focused and focus solely on this. You say you want to be a doctor, then focus on being a doctor. Focus on school. You say you want to start a clothing line, then spend more time researching than you do tweeting, Instagramming, and Facebook. You say you want to be a model, then baby, you got to research who the best photographers are, who the best image consultants are, who the best web designers are, who the best fashion designers are, who the best lighting techs are, who the best makeup artists are, who the best hairstyle. You spending your time doing all the wrong thing. You got to stay focused on being great. Focus, man. You don't want somebody telling you what to do, but you all over the damn place. So obviously you need somebody to come in and tell you what to do so you can get it together and do what it is you really want to do, and that's be great at whatever it is God told you need to do and can be great at. I don't want no man to tell me what to do, but I want a strong man. I want a man that's going to be here for his kids, but he ain't going to run me. I want a man that's going to come and pay the bills, but I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. I want a man that's going to buy me a nice car, but I'm going to hang with my friends all the time. Guess what? That's a fantasy. Shit ain't happening. For none of y'all. Ain't no vagina that good, ain't no ass that big, and ain't no face that cute. A man that's successful want a woman that can come in his life and be an asset, not a liability. You don't get to success being dumb. You don't get to greatness being ignorant. You don't get to the top of the mountain not going through the sacrifices that it takes to climb it and learn the lessons to get to the top. So by the time you get to the top, you already understand what the bullshit is. You already understand what all the games are. You already understand that women can use whatever they got to try to entice you. I got one child, it's the only child I'm having until I want to make another baby. I want to make it. I wanted to make my son. I made him because I wanted to make my son. Very intelligent. I know where my penis go, and I know how to use it. You're not going to fool somebody who's focused. It ain't happening. I ain't cutting no child support check to nobody. You know why? Because the person that lay down and mate with me, I have a vision and they understand it. Lloyd is working to make all of us great, not just himself. Y'all settle for a couple $100 a month when you can help a man build the greatness and be a millionaire monthly. Make millions of dollars monthly. You want a Bentley? Push that man to Bentley status. You want a mansion? Push that man to mansion. Stop settling for a couple $100 a month. Child support at the club or some nigga that's got a couple $1,000 in the pocket. If a man got $2,000 in the pocket at 21, 22 years old, he don't got no bank account. So that's all he got. Because smart men don't do that. Men with vision don't act like that. If all he want to do is go to the mall and buy clothes, ask him to let you see his financial portfolio. What are his investments? What is his vision financially? What does his financial portfolio look like 10 years from now? You want to be a baller, why don't you think like one? You want to get over on somebody, then do it the right way. But you shouldn't consider that more than you consider, God bless me with a leader. Bless me with a man that's going to help me grow. Bless me with a man I can help grow. Bless me with a man that's going to not only pray on me, but pray for me. Bless me with a man that's not only going to go to the white party with me, but he going to put on a suit and go to church with me. See, you got to have balance. I want my wife to look nice, man, but I don't want her to go broke trying. So it's a sacrificial period now, where we grind. All right, I wasn't even going to go live today, but that kind of bothered me to know that people actually think like that. I want a strong man, ain't a leader, but he can't tell me what to do. Well, the dating ratio and the divorce ratio and the success of it proves otherwise. You need a strong brother who's willing to not only tell you what to do, but do it with you. I love y'all. Wrong with it.
Thank you for tuning into Charlotte Execs After Dark, where we discuss relationships, business talk, and real life. We'd love for you to join us live. Visit charlotteexecs.com for more information. Until next time, enjoy life. We'd love for you to join our network. Visit us at charlotteexecs.net today. Charlotte Execs is an organization of professionals that focuses on building relationships. We put down the work and enjoy each other's company with social activities and live events. You are welcome to join us anytime.